set?
Oh, I gotta be 10.
Meeting called to order. Today is Tuesday, June 13th. It is now 6:30 PM. Town Council meeting in the Town Council Chambers, 1170 Main Street, West Warwick, Rhode Island.
Councilman Chardy,
He's not able to make it tonight.
Councilman Messier,
Here.
Councilman Padula,
Here.
Council Vice President D'Amico,
Here.
Council President Goslin.
Here.
There's a quorum. Text amended 2017 resolved that the Town Council of the Town of West Warwick hereby propose to impose a tax or for the expenditure of money in Town Council meeting legally assembled on the 18th day of May 2017. Hereby order the apportionment and collection of a tax on the rateable real estate and tangible personal property in the sum not less than $62,883,201 and not more than $65,398,529. You want to keep reading this?
No.
Okay.
I'll move the resolution.
I'll second.
Moved and seconded. Discussion. This is just basically because we're taking the car taxes out. We're not sending those bills out immediately. We're waiting to see what the state does, whether or not they give a 20% reduction, 40%. The last thing we want to do is mail out the bill and then have to revisit the bill and resend it out. So we're saving on postage and whatever else. And car taxes usually go to the homeowner, so that would definitely...
Basically, this pushes back everything by 1 month. It gives us up till the 15th of July, or August, I'm sorry, August to certify. That's up to that date. So as soon as we know the legislation is complete, they can certify
So the tax bills are gonna be a month late.
Will be 1 month late for motor vehicle or
Only.
Personal
First quarter.
property tax and everything else is going to be on.
Correct. First quarter will be delayed 1 month
For motor vehicle.
for motor vehicle.
Oh, when is the deadline for the state to figure out what they're doing?
Well, they usually
No.
close. Well, to be honest with you, the state's end session usually sometime in June. So they're probably looking to end session by the end of this month, and hopefully they know what they're doing. If they don't know what they're doing by then, they won't reconvene until January. So
So either way, we can send
either
them out
way,
after
we can
that.
send the bills out from there. It's just
we
that we
send
don't
them-
want to double. If they decide to do something within now and January 30th, and it's a 20%, if I'm correct, they were looking at a 20% reduction in their first year bill. We don't want to
Of
resend
course,
out.
yeah.
How many cars in the town of West Warwick?
Well, I sent about 18,000.
18,000.
So have to send, have to
At the
tell,
postage.
have to send back 18,000 refunds.
Sorry.
And there's, I go through 33,000 motor vehicles lines. So some are non-taxable and then other property.
What are non-taxable?
Interstate trucking.
Okay, but in other words, I get emails on, my car's a 1995, do I receive a tax bill? How many years?
That's up to discussion now with the town, the state. So they right now it's over 25 years old. They
No one
want to
got a
bring it
bill.
back to 15 years old.
So they want 15 years and newer.
Correct, would get a bill, and older than that would not.
But again,
this
that
is
hasn't
all,
passed. That's
this,
still in the works.
it's all in
Okay.
flux right now. So we could be sending out a lot of bills that if they pass this legislation, we wouldn't have had to. So there'd be added expense of having to now send another bill to say you don't owe it, or to give refunds.
How's this going to affect the budget?
It will not.
Okay.
Because they are talking, they are planning, excuse me, to put in the budget dollar for dollar reimbursement.
Okay.
Well, it will if cars go from 25 years to 15 years.
Of course
But
it will.
it'll be a dollar for dollar reimbursement.
You'll be reimbursed for that.
Yeah.
For those vehicles falling off, that's the, yeah.
Yeah.
They did an estimated amount of 470,000 and change. That was the state actually calculated. I took the roll Christine had and I calculated approximately within $2,000 of the same amount. So it would be $470,000 less of bills that we would actually mail out, but they would send it to us in form of.
How long would that last, though, that they would continue reimbursing us? I mean, even if they did it for this year, I mean, realistically, The
question is, will it be in future
2010
budgets?
all over again.
yeah, I mean,
They could end at any time, so let's go from there.
Well, it's
Yeah.
just
That's the
2010.
concern.
That's what they did. 2010, they
Yeah.
cut the $6,000.
And then they said, that's it, you're on your own.
They cut the $6,000 exemption. So
but it's something huge
But
to
as of
consider for
right-
next year, too. If they don't do it this year, it's something could happen next year, and
Then we'd
be a
have-
lot of money gone that we'd be,
Absolutely.
yeah.
We'd have to either roll back to what we currently have and start sending out those bills, or come up with that another source of revenue, which obviously
Yeah, it's non-existent,
$70,000
yeah.
is not something we're
Yeah.
gonna be able to do. Now, it's not just necessarily this year and next year, it's 3, 4, 5,
course.
6 years out, what happens then?
Because exactly, they plan on phasing it in 20% a year, so within 5 years, cars will be tax-free at that point. Now, you look at each city and town, and even the lieutenant governor had a conversation with me in the back of the parking lot here. He said West Warwick, Woonsocket, and a few other communities
Hit the hottest.
are looking to get, they would be hit the hardest of over $1 million or more a year after, with the funding formula they initially had. Now, I don't know if anything's been redone or rebuilt, but sometimes getting rid of a tax is a great thing, but sometimes it's a bad thing because it's revenue where, you know, if they cut, the state can cut it from us any given time. They did it in 2010. Like I said, for us who have been here, when you're getting $6,000 reimbursed from $6,000 valuation, reimbursed at $28, you know, $120 something or $135 per car, reimbursed by the state. Yes, it keeps the person's car taxes down, but when they cut it from us, that's when we started getting phone calls. Why did my car go up $150 a year or whatever? And you know, I know what happened to my cousin. He called me directly and said, "How does my 1997 Jeep go higher in value?" I said, "I don't know. Antique must be more. I don't know." But you know, that's what happens. With that being said, any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Got a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We're out of here. Have a good night.
No public comment?
Good.
No public comment?
Not in here.